Hey, and welcome back to Bane's Bites. I'm Bane. So today we're not showing you how to cook anything, but we're going to give you a recap of something that me and two of my good buddies did a couple weekends ago. So earlier this year we decided to start a cook-off team, Low and Slow. Today I want to talk about the whole experience of cooking an official IBCA contest, what it entails, what you can expect if you want to do it, and how we did coming out at the end. So in case you didn't know, IBCA stands for International Barbecue Cookers Association. It's a regulatory authority. So we entered the 31st annual Roughneck Cook-Off out in Luling, Texas. There were over 54 teams, I think, that entered. It was a big contest and it was a big event. We entered chicken, brisket, ribs, and then we entered in chili. It was also a Terlinga qualifier for the chili cook-off. And we went into it just hoping to have some good fun, and our goal was to try to get top 10 in at least one event. So before we get to the results, I'll just walk you through kind of what we did and how we planned for it. We got together a couple weekends before the event and spent the whole day practicing everything. The timelines, when we were going to turn the pit on, fire it up, when we were going to trim and season the meat, when we were going to get it on the pit, when we were going to pull it off, when we were going to wrap, when we were going to rest, how long it took to slice. I mean, we practiced everything down to a T. Got our timelines done, and we're pretty happy with everything we cooked. So we felt pretty confident going into it. So that Friday, when we got off work, we drove out to Luling. One of the other teammates already had gotten out there and set up the tent, brought the pit out. We had all the meat purchased and seasonings ready and coolers full of beer ready to go. So we hung around, we did the all cooks meeting and made some dinner out there on the grill, and then about 10 o'clock, we fired up the pit, and then about midnight, after everybody else had left, me and one of my best friends sat out there, and we started trimming brisket, trimming ribs, trimming chicken, seasoning, injecting, putting the rubs on, getting everything set under a little tiny LED dome light under a pop-up tent. We worked until about 1:30. So about 2 o'clock, we put the brisket on the pit. We finished trimming everything up, and we had a shift change there at 3 o'clock where another teammate came out. He'd been sleeping at the hotel. We went back to the hotel. We crashed out for a couple hours and got back together there around breakfast time. We spent all morning setting up, entertaining family and friends as they came in, checking on the brisket, checking on the ribs, making sure everything was good, watching the pit, feeding the pit, listening to music, hanging out, playing games. It was a lot of fun. But it was constant. We never really got a chance to sit down and relax. So our first turn-in was at noon with chicken. We pulled our chicken off, made sure we had the best we could get it, put it in our box, and ran it over to the turn-in. You only get a 20-minute window, 10 minutes before, 10 minutes after, and it is to the second. At 12:10, on the dot, they shut down turn-in. If you're 5 seconds late, they won't take it. So as soon as we got that done, we had to turn around and get chili turned in. And we had a little bit of downtime before we had to turn in our ribs, and rib turn-in was 2 o'clock. We sliced up our 9 ribs and actually kind of goofed. We laid them in the wrong way with the foil folded, so had to come back out and adjust it last minute. Got our ribs turned in. We were feeling good, but we were feeling it. So grabbed another beer and then turned around and got the brisket ready. Sliced up our 9 slices of brisket, got those turned in. And as soon as we thought we were done, it was time to start cleaning up and getting ready for awards. So by this point, we were hurting. It had been a long night, a long day, having lots of fun with friends and family out there, but we were tired. So we got everything cleaned up as best we could, and 5 o'clock were awards, and we all packed into this tiny little pavilion. After all was said and done, we found out we were 15th in ribs, which we were pretty happy with. And the best thing we placed in was chicken. We got 7th in chicken, we got our ribbon, we met our goal, we were ecstatic. So that was just kind of a rundown of our first barbecue cook-off with Low and Slow. We'll be doing another one here at the end of July, but we really enjoyed it. We're looking forward to it. We're thinking we're going to do a couple more next year as well, but if anybody ever wanted to know, I know I would have loved to know some of this stuff before I went to my first cook-off, but it was a lot of fun. It's a ton of work. Make sure you got family and friends around so you can have some fun, and just go for it. If at first you don't win or place, just keep trying it. All I can say is make it the best you can make it and stick to it. Don't try to change everything up over and over. Just get it down to where you're happy and where you're pleased with it, and keep entering it till you win, because eventually you will. You'll get something right and you'll get a place. So Well, I hope you enjoyed all the video and kind of hearing me tell my spiel about what a first cook-off was like for newbies like us. And again, we really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. But make sure if you want to do it, you're prepared, you're ready for it, and you know what you're getting yourself into, because it'll kick your butt if you're not ready. That's all we got today. Something new, something different. If you like the video, hit like. Be sure to subscribe to the channel because you never know what's coming up next. And as always, y'all have a great day.